Hello and welcome to Marketing CEO Academy. What we are going to do here, I'm going to tell you a bit of the objectives of the Marketing CEO Academy, and then we're going to jump onto the presentation. The main objectives. The first one is give you a bit of understanding of basic marketing theory, and then the main things that I wanted to approach with this is how will your VP marketing receive transition, from whom, what are the main things that he needs to, like, generally from whom, because you do not have current VPs marketing, but you do have people that have been doing marketing in the LC. And what else? The second one is how your VP marketing should plan. Like, what are the first things that you should consider? How you should track your VP marketing, and also some burning questions that are addressed at the end. So yes, these are the main things. I'm going to share my screen. Yes, so you should see. So as I told you, we're going to start with some basic concepts of marketing that you have been talking about at school, maybe at university. But I just wanted to put this into the framework of what does it mean actually in ISEC. So what's marketing? Basically, individuals and groups obtain what they need and what they want to creating and exchanging products and value with others. So it's the management process through which goods and services, in case of ISEC, it's services, move from concepts, so from what we actually create, to the customer. So what is marketing doing is moving these services that we are creating as ISEC to the customer. You have heard about the 4Ps. I just want to put it into the idea of what does it mean for ISEC. So basically, it's the identification, selection, and development of a product. So this is already done. Like, we have the products, we know the ISEC products. You know that it's ELD, so it's GV, GTGE, and then it's engagement with ISEC. So it's global host, local volunteer, you speak forum. So basically, these are the ISEC products, and then what we do with these, these are the only things that we should actually sell and place. Provide to customers, and then it's determination of the price. So basically, product heads that you have. For most of the people, it's OGV and IGV, but also for the LCs that have other products than GV, you actually you need, product heads need to stay together with LCP and also with marketing to actually determine if the price that we are having it's fair. If not, it's about giving inputs to national team on how we should modify this price, or if it's needed or something like this. Selection and distribution channel to reach the customer's place. So this is basically placement, how where we are actually putting this product for it to be these products for them to be sold. Here we can talk about online channels, offline channels, so most people think that this is the only marketing, but it's also some things before. And then it's development and implementation of the promotional strategy, so the whole thing. Basically, it's customer satisfaction at a certain and then we get a certain profit out of it. Some basic marketing activities. So we usually just think of marketing as here: promote, communicate these benefits in order to motivate the purchase. Marketing is not only promotion. It's also the part of identifying the needs of the customer. What do customers actually need? What motivates them to buy? What interests them? What are the needs of our target audience? And then starting the marketing strategy from there. So whenever you talk to your VP marketing, don't put him to actually promote things or plan only the promotion, because he should start from here. Like, what are the actual main needs of the customer? And then it's actually package the product, like create a campaign, create a way of actually placing the product, and see what are the benefits that need to be put in front from our GV or GT or GE products, so that they satisfy the needs of the customer. Then do the actual promotion, and then it's actually implement the placing strategy. So go in university, for example, install it as a incredible sell GV as an incredible, I don't know, opportunity to develop yourself, leadership, travel, whatever it is that satisfies the needs of the customer from that specific place. I just wanted to make something super clear. Like, marketing is more than just promo. It's more than just design. It's more than just only events or something like this. It's about actually understanding every single detail of our customer and fulfilling their primordial needs, like fulfilling what they actually need the most. Marketing also isn't only an outgoing thing. It's not only OGB. It's not only OGT. It's present in every single area, and each and every one of our VPs, each and every one of your VPs will need to know how to use marketing, how to make use of marketing. The next thing. You saw this before. If you are at New Horizons, you saw this. What I wanted to showcase here is that marketing is marketing for ICX, and it's about language school, global host, local volunteer, global village, can be about EP attraction and OP takers attraction. Like the main OPS for the main MOS for marketing for the ICX part, it's applicants for campaigns, mainly for these campaigns, and then participants global village. Then it's for OGX, and then in OGX is the whole promotional, the whole thing that we talked about. So it's the understanding the customers, creating the strategy, and then actually implementing the strategy. And then the main MOS here is open as an applicant, and then it's PR, which is a tool that we use in order to promote these things. So these are the main things. Of course, there is TM that is here as well. More than this, transition for my LCV marketing. So I was telling you that your LCV marketing needs to receive transition from somebody, but there is no actual person to deliver this transition. There is not one person to deliver it. So how will it work? I want to show you here. So you will receive something like this, in which is the whole transition thing for your VPs. Like all the teams are here, but your SVP marketing should receive transition from multiple people. Mainly, it's recommended from either LCVP PI or LCVP OGV, but there are several teams. So, for example, for the OGV part, you have here all the teams that he should receive, but also like who should deliver it. So basically, he should receive transition from almost everybody at a certain point. So that's why I need to make sure that he actually received this transition, because it's a very big thing to be delivered, and generally it's a lot of places that he needs to get information from. So yes, you need to pay attention so that he receives all of these things. So how should your SVP marketing plan? This is the second main objective. So follow me a bit. So first thing is do market analysis. We talked about this whole first strategy of actually doing marketing analysis to actually understand what are the needs of the customers. So I wrote here, like, understand where our customers are and how much of the market we're actually using for both marketing B2C and also B2B. Because if we are to look here, it's marketing B2C, mostly OGX, but also like language school and global host and local volunteer are mostly marketing B2C. But there is the OP takers attraction, which is marketing B2B, and then it's also NGO partnerships, media relations, that can be marketing B2B, that are very useful tools to use. Going back, your VP marketing should actually know should know all of these things, because they're very important in order to assess what kind of strategy he should actually have. So what are the number of universities, what are the profiles of the universities, the faculties in these universities penetrated by DLC. So where are you, what are the percentages of people that are actually you're actually sending from those universities, those faculties, number of students per university, number of students, percentage of students impacted by OGX, profiles of, and then we move on to IGME, profiles of global hosts that you had, because we didn't there was no very big campaign or promotional plan for global host before. Profiles of language school participants that you have in order to actually understand who these people are, the amount of language centers existing in the city, and the prices that these language schools have. Mm, what else? Numbers of NGOs that are in the city, numbers of NGOs involved with ISAC products, closest cities for expansions and cities and the cities that you actually use. All of these things are very, very valuable for your VP marketing to know, because it will shape his marketing strategy. Like, where should he promote the products the ISAC products, basically. So you should do in such a way, either give him a task before, like during the transition, so that he should research these things. Basically, it's part of the pre-analysis that any PP should do before his term starts. It's something that we do MC level as well, not exactly with these things, but national level, before we start our term. So it's the basic analysis that you should have before the term starts. More than this, like, it's number of companies, startups partnering with ISAC if you want to do B2B attraction, but it's also useful for the product heads. Number of companies, startups partnering with ISAC for exchange, for IGV, for OGV, for whatever it is. Number of media partners, potential media partners, number of schools in the city, number of schools involved with ISAC products. Good. So this is the whole part of market analysis. Okay. So once you have all this data, what do you do with it? Basically, you analyze what is your market penetration. So you understand how much of the market you're actually reaching. Okay. And then it's about actually building a big timeline. So you need to make sure that your marketing actually understands this whole timeline of DLC, of the universities. So for OGX and ICX, mostly global host, local volunteer, and language school, sorry, it's get all the timelines of all universities with all vacations, tests, thesis, etc. Put them all in a timeline so that he sees all of them. Because while needing to work with almost directly with customers or directly with customers, you need to understand where customers are and what are customers doing. Get all timelines for operations, for consideration, for approved, and for viral delivery from the previous 3 years. I would say it can even be more, but it's not necessary. So that he gets an actual understanding over what has been happening with OGX products, but also with like global host, local volunteer, and language school for the past, and propose one for the next year. This should be planned with LCVP's operations, so OGX for OGX, and then ICX for the three products, the 2 products and the language school. Then build the attractions timeline for OGX, considering the 2 timelines stated above, so the university timelines and the operational timelines. Then put in timeline all the events like Global Village, Speak Forum, and events of DLC and conferences, national conferences, because your ISACers will be away, so you will not necessarily be able to 100% do promotion then. So you need to understand this as well. Or LC conferences, or conferences around the city, so that you know where students are in general. And then your VP will have clarity over everything that is happening. Then include extra projects for attraction, like OP takers, or big events from universities, or events in the cities. As a marketer, they should always be aware of what is happening, and if your VP is very external oriented, or like wants to know more, you should make sure that he actually starts researching what is happening in the city and what is happening with students. I'm saying mainly students, because youth is the main target that we have for OGX products, and for both OGX and ICX products. Good. Then, so you do market analysis, and then they build a big timeline, and then they actually do an opens and applicants analysis, because, as I told you, the main MOS for marketing is opens and applicants, MC level and LC level. And in order to do this opens and applicants analysis, I told you here that he needs to get all the timelines for operations, for considerations, approves MVD from the previous year, where he actually needs to get the numbers as well. So the numbers for opens and applicants from the previous years, the university that you work with, and the numbers OVPs per university or per faculty, for example, the background, the numbers of people per background, per profile, the opportunities that these people preferred, where in generally where the open is coming from. So what is the referral? And then he actually goes on and plan numbers. So planning numbers comes after the market analysis, the timeline, and the analysis in terms of opens. And they should plan. What they should plan? What they should plan. We start with OGX products. He should not plan together OGX, but he should plan separately OGT, OGE, OGT. Yes, we are not running OGE national level, but if your LC wants 100% to run OGE and you're 100% sure that you want to do it, we will not stop you from it. We will just not support you in it. Like we're not offering support in promoting OGE for now, at least for this semester. So in terms of OGX, he should plan signups, opens, and applicants for the OGX products per month and per week. The opens should be per sub-product. In terms of OGT, it's much easier to actually plan. And of course, you plan this together with OGX. They plan this together with OGX. But first, you do normal backwards planning. So OGX plans its realizations, then it plans its approvals, then it plans it's accepted, and then you actually start considering, okay, what is the normal conversion rate from applicants to accepted? And then after considering this, you are going backwards again from applicants to opens, and then from opens to signups. So you need to make sure that all your operations plan and then marketing plans. But while your operations plan, marketing knows his timeline so that operations will not plan weirdly. Good. Of course, he should plan absolute relative growth in opens, applicants, conversions from sign up to open, and from open to applicant per product. He should plan percentage of signups and percentage of opens coming from offline, and percentage of signups and percentage of opens coming from offline. So it's both of them. Like he should understand how these opens are generated. Also, is the part of planning opens per university. You should have an understanding over what universities are opens coming from and where are you putting the focus, considering the analysis that he did before in terms of opens and where they came from in the past years. More than this, in terms of recruitment, we are shifting towards making, like the idea is to make 2 recruitments per year. That means your one VP will organize 2 recruitments. There's the autumn one and then the spring one. Spring. So what is happening? You should plan, of course, signups, conversions from each stage of recruitment together with TM. You always keep the goal in mind, the same as OGX. You bring signups and opens for approvals. Here you are bringing signups and signups in order to actually have members. So your marketing should work together with your TM and synergy at all times to actually plan everything. So percentage of signups and opens coming from online and offline, the same. You want to understand how much are they coming from where, and signups from each target university. For ICX, I wrote only the main things. If your VP will want to have some extra incredible, beautiful strategies, of course, it's more. For ICX, of course, it's signups for global host, language school, and local volunteer, and then conversions and percentages from each target market that you want to do. For example, you know that you want to promote language school, let's say global host to parents of children from language school. So you will have percentage from the target markets of a certain percentage from the target market of parents, and then a certain percentage of the global host you will have from students, like normal students from university. Ox. More than this, after he plans the numbers, he plans the strategies. That's how it goes. And then, of course, in terms of strategies, I only wrote like I wrote them like the main things that define marketing. So it's offline marketing and it's offline marketing and offline presence, which is defined mainly by university relations, like offline strategies, like the promo stands, crash outs, and the events that you organize, and other offline marketing stunts that you can do. But generally, it's like offline presence. Then it's online marketing and digital presence that Ilya will also talk about, through like own digital channels. So you have your Instagram, and then using how you are actually using how your VP is using the digital channels, the national digital channels. And then it's partnerships for the brand that he can use for digital presence. Yes, and Ilya will also cover this for you. And then it's also like PR activities. So in PR activities, you need to understand that there are multiple things. So alumni relations going there, media partnerships going there, so actually press releases and all of these things going there. um, Partnerships with like PR companies to actually send them press releases, to publish your articles, and these things go there. Participation at events, at external events, is a PR activity. NGO relations in order to facilitate exchange also go there. We don't just build partnerships to build partnerships, or we don't just do offline or online activities to build partnerships. We do it to actually facilitate exchange. So yeah. And then what else is here? I want to cover some burning questions. Cool. So who needs to deliver functional transition to my VP and what? I already covered that. What is the amount of members that a marketing VP should have? What is the amount of members? So considering that a VP marketing should have a VP marketing should have teams for ICX, OGX, and PR. And if you have multiple OGX areas, then he should have multiple OGX teams. And also online, like members or some structure for online. The structure will be very big. Yes. What else? What you need to keep in mind is that structures follow strategy. So your VP should not necessarily plan his structure before he plans his strategies. So because then you are going to have useless members, and you don't want to have useless members, basically. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to send from from MC, I'm going to send some suggested structure, either per LC or per group of LCs, depending on the HR capacity and also like general OC capacity. So I'm going to send some preferred structures and also consult them with the VPs. So your VPs will have that, but you need to understand. Yes, you need to understand that your VP should not plan the structure that he should have before the strategy. Will we have marketing in operations? No, please no. If you're having a VP marketing, that marketing structure goes from operations to marketing. That is how it goes. Where does PR go? PR is a part of marketing. PR is a strategy of marketing. PR should be a strategy of marketing if he decides to do PR. It's not mandatory to do PR, but it's a cool thing that you already do somehow in most of the LCs. What should be the split? Yes. What should be the split between marketing and PR? So LCs already do not have will not have PR VP. So PR is a part of marketing. What PR covers is the part of alumni relations, the part of media partnerships and on NGO relations mostly. More than this. Yeah, this is it in terms of marketing and PR. Big events that bring a lot of money. Whose are they, and should my marketing plan them? This is the fun part, because I do not encourage LCs. I have not encouraged LCs for the past months to actually run big events, because even though some LCs say that they bring a lot of money, they are not really bringing a lot of money, like in the end. And then they're taking a lot of the focus from the LC. And then you will say that it's not taking a lot of the focus from the LC. But considering the fact that we have limited resources, meaning limited members and limited money to actually invest into these things, into marketing or into exchange or into operations or into our LCs, then we should understand that we should not do anything that is not generating exchange. So big events, no. Also the fact that big events are not like big events besides Youth Speak Forum, I mean. So what I want for the next semester, and what I will also discuss with your VP marketing in the future, is that we should not run anything else but ISEC products. So if it's not an ISEC product, it's not run. And then I am all for LCs running Youth Speak Forum, and then it's really good. So yes, I really encourage LCs to run at least one Youth Speak Forum per year. But then that is planned a few months ahead. And yes, that is it in terms of marketing. Stop share screen. Good. So that is it in terms of marketing. Ilya, you are here. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you share your screen as well? I don't know if you can. Or we will start another video. Hello. Hello.